Hi, welcome back to Coldwell Banker Access Realty's Marketing Moment. Today, I'm going to talk about something I think all of y'all look for and really want, and that is buyer and seller guides. Okay, we have buyer and seller guides in the back office that you may not know about. It's kind of a recent addition, and what's really cool about them is you can download them and put them in your seller packet or your buyer packet when you meet for maybe a listing presentation. And they're branded for you specifically. They have your picture, all your information there. So it's a really cool tool. So let me show you how to do it. It's pretty easy to access, but there are a few steps. Okay. So obviously the first step we want to do is we want to log into the back office. Okay. Once we're in the back office, I want us to go to the social tab. All right. We're in the office tab now. That's pink. The gray tab says social. Let's go ahead and click onto the social tab. And sometimes it takes a minute to load, but we're patient some days. Okay. So once you're in the social tab, and I'm going to go ahead and X this out so we can see the full screen. All right. We're going to go to this black button that says create content. Okay. So the first step was to log into the back office. The second step was to go to the social tab. And now our third step is going to be to hit this black button that says create content. Now, you have a couple options when it comes to creating content. You can create a listing post, which generally I've always shown you to go to the listing tabs over here on the left through that menu, but you can go to it here. There's always more than one way to do something, correct? You can create a landing page post or you can create a custom post. Now, the custom post is if you upload an image yourself. Maybe you've got something on BrandServe like, Happy Father's Day. That was recently. So you could have created that image in BrandServe, downloaded it, and then you could upload it here and put it to all your social channels. But what we want to do for this buyer and seller guide is we want to create a landing page post. Okay, so we're going to hit select here in this middle option. All right. There's several different types of landing page posts, and I want to get into all of them at a later date. But right now, we want to go to this downloadable guide. Okay, this is a great tool that you can offer, your sphere of influence. There's several options. Please understand there's really only two guides. There's only two separate sets of content, and that's the seller guide. And then if you scroll down, there's a buyer guide. When it says all these different options, it's talking about the images associated with that content. Okay. So you could do seller guide, modern living room, dining room table, study corner, working from home. That might be really good right now, right? With COVID, a lot more people are working from home. And so you could do the buyer guide as well. Okay. And once again, they're different images. So what would, resonate more with your sphere of influence? I know here in like middle Georgia, this modern backyard isn't something we would see very often. So it would feel out of place. So I would assume that most people in middle Georgia might not choose that one, but you might choose this living room one. Okay. So, but it's completely up to you. Just understand that there's only two sets of content. There's a seller guide and the buyer guide, and all the different options really are just the images being different. Okay. So we're going to preview one. It's going to come up when I hit preview. Now, part of the reason why I want you to do this is it serves many purposes. You're going to get the content, all right, and you're going to be able to download it, print it, and use it, and it's going to be branded for you. But this is also a way to double check that you are getting your leads from the back office, right? Because we are, all these come to you. So my name and my email address, okay? So I put my name and my email address, and I'm going to hit get my seller guide. Okay. So it's working on it. All right. Thank you for your request. So what I want to show you is if I go to my email, I have way too many tabs open. It should send me an email. Here we go. I just get the alert that I got the email. Here you go. Okay. So now it says, hi, Tiffany. Thanks for, downloading this guide. So now you can download this guide. So I'm going to hit download. It's going to come down here, right? So let's look at it. Let's see what it looks like. So when we open it up, it's about 6 pages long. So I would suggest you print it front and back. And then at the bottom, here we go. That's my picture as is in the back office on my profile section in the back office. And this is my contact information. I don't have my phone number there because why? I'm not an agent and people don't need to contact me via my cell phone except you agents, which you can. But you would want to put your cell phone number there because this would be going out to the public and you would want people to call you. So you could print this out and put it in your folder, for a listing presentation. Or such. So that, first of all, right there is excellent. Now you have this, you can, save it, download it and save it, put it in a file folder that you can easily access on your computer. Okay. So that's one really good thing. Let me show you the other good thing about this. So now you've got that content. You can share it on social media, or you can go ahead and hit select here, which is what I would choose for you to do. And then it posted on social media. People can click through to that guide. They have to put their name and their email address in, and you get a notification that that lead downloaded the content that you wanted. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to X out of this. Are you sure? Yes, I am sure. We're going to go back to the back office. Okay. Takes a minute to go back and forth from office to social. Remember, it just has to think it through. All right. So what does this tell me now? What is going to happen, and it hasn't just right this moment, but I'm going to get a notification that Tiffany Massengale requested, downloadable content. Okay. And I'm going to show up. This email address is already registered and, in my leads. But what I want you to do is I want you to download that. I want you to put your information in. And then I want to make sure that you check it and you say, oh, did I come up as a new lead? See, I downloaded this on April the 16th, right? Downloadable guide. So I've done it once. I want you to do it. I want to make sure you come up as a contact. You should also get an email and a text message. So I should get an email over here that says somebody was here asking for my information. So try it out. Give it a couple minutes, but make sure that not only do you get the content, not only can you share the content on social media, but you see the way our lead notification system works. Because I know, especially here in Middle Georgia, some of us are still new to the way that works. And, I get this lead. It kind of seems, sometimes when you get a lead in, the information in the way that it says that lead came in feels a little bit like Greek, like a little bit of a different language. Like, what does that mean? But when you download it and you watch it flow through your system when you were the lead, then you see that, somebody asked for that downloadable guide. So when you look at my leads, when it says source, I can see that through the social media center downloadable guide. So that was posted. I downloaded it. And that's where this lead came from. What did this lead come from? It came from the office. I put myself in as a contact. Okay. So when you put somebody in the back office as a contact, that's the way that lead source shows up. Versus if you put something out on social media, they click it, they download it, then it looks like this. This was a website contact form. Okay. So it's really important that you understand the way your leads come to you. So this downloadable guide serves several purposes. It's a very useful tool. You can put it in your folders. You can let people see, I've got this really cool downloadable guide, blah, 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 blah. The other thing you can do is you see the way leads flow, and that's super important, right? Leads, you need to know how leads get to you. So I'm going to show you this seller guide one more time. I think it's done very well. And like I said, there's a buyer guide too. But right now, sellers are where it's at. And, we discussed that there were multiple images to choose from, right? So this is home selling, the guide to successfully selling your home in today's market. Welcome to the home selling guide. deciding or preparing to sell, choosing an agent, pricing your home. These are just useful things. The public wants this. It's intuitive to you. It's great to have something to put in somebody's hands to say, this is something that you can do. Here's actionable information that I can give you. And the other great thing is it is branded to you. So let's say you were hosting an open house. Maybe you would want to put the buyer guide out, right? And then when they pick that up, because that's useful content for them, they also have all your contact information at the bottom. Okay. The reason you want to download it is you want to see how the lead system flows and make sure that's correct. You also want to see the way all this populates down here. And if you don't like it, how do you change it? Well, when you go in the back office, let me click out of all this, and it says like, hi, Tiffany, right? Then you go to your profile. So if you don't like the way your information is showing up at the bottom of the downloadable guide, this is where you would go to change it, okay? So you don't like your image, well then upload a new image, okay? If your phone number isn't populating correctly, this is where you would put it. So, I have my email address, but you can tell I don't have my phone number in there. Okay. So anything like that you would want in there, this is where you go to change it. And remember, when you make a change here, what do? You hit save. You've got to hit save. You don't get that pop-up notification when you change something that you need to change it. It'll let you exit out of that screen and none of your changes will be saved. So if you don't like the bottom of the downloadable content, if you want to update your picture, your phone number, add a different number, these are the places you do that at. You hit save and then go check it out again, because everything that's here is what populates over to the back office, okay? And that social center where you're looking at these things. Does that make sense? All right, so it's pretty simple. Remember, we log into the office. We go to the social tab. When we're in the social tab, we're going to create content, remember? So it takes a minute to load. I just want to go over the steps one more time. So they're super simple. Office. Then we log into the back office first. That's where you end up when you log in. Then you hit social, create content, and then create a landing page post. Hit select, and then you're going to go to the bottom, and you're going to choose which one you want to do there. Okay, so if you have any questions, reach out to me. I'm more than happy to walk you through it one-on-one. If you would like to see a video about something different, please don't hesitate to send me your suggestions. Tiffany@cbssk.com. I would be more than happy to get some ideas of what type of feedback y'all would like to see in one of these videos. I hope these downloadable guides are useful to you, and I look forward to seeing you on our next video. Bye.